Good morning. I'm Woody O'Brien, hopefully your favorite economist. Today is July the 20th, 2011. Last night I was watching an old clip of 60 Minutes where they were interviewing Ben Bernanke, and he talked about this idea that he couldn't possibly allow big banks to fail. Although small banks fail and get bought up, taken over by FDIC, and that's just unfair. But because big banks have such great risk to everyone, that they have to be saved. And he used this example of, if your neighbor smokes in bed and it catches his house on fire and it burns his house down, you can say, well, it's his own fault. He got what he deserved. But if it's a neighborhood where all the houses are made of wood and they're very close together, that house has to be saved. And on the surface, that sounds like a really intelligent argument, until you realize that people made choices to live that close to their neighbors. The people who could get hurt by, say, the failure of J.P. Morgan chose that counterparty risk, or they neglected to realize they were taking on the counterparty risk, that if J.P. Morgan or Citibank or Goldman Sachs went under, that they were threatened too. This evaluation of what's known as counterparty risk is something that markets are really all about. So the question is, why should someone who lives out in the country or the suburbs be responsible for the cost of the fire for all these people who live so close together? And the answer is that they shouldn't. These big banks aren't just too big to fail. They're too big to exist. And not only should we not save them, we should kill them all dead, bury them in a very, very deep hole, and put concrete on it so they can never come back to curse the country again. The reality is Ben Bernanke and the Federal Reserve aren't an independent agency. They're the criminal protectors of these big banks. And it's just one of many reasons why we should arrest Ben Bernanke.